Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Transformation Day 5, Challenge Day 457, 457. Today's the last day for the Transformation Challenge. How have you felt? Have you tried the meditation? Have you been doing the goal setting, the gratitude journaling? Have you stopped watching the news? There's nothing good out there. Get your news from me. That's all you need. All right. Are you ready to join the challenge? WeightLossChallenge.com. Just go to WeightLossChallenge.com. If you love this kick in the pants every morning, let's do this. Let's get together. Join people like Gina Gillis, who's in the tribe. Join people like Christina Whitaker, Holly Joe, Nancy Miller, one of my patients. What's up, girl? How you been? Looking good. Keeping the weight off? All right. You want to join people like Jessica Pleasance down there in Australia, changing her life, right? Good morning, Susan. Rhonda's in our tribe. Facebook users. All right. Eileen Fry, Thelma Pacheco, Teresa Cleander, Maritza Montoya's in my tribe. Right? Good morning, everybody. Today's the final day. The final day. All right. Jessica says, hell to the yeah in her Australian accent. You know it. What's up, yin yang? WeightLossChallenge.com. The challenge is open for enrollment. Tomorrow starts June 1st. We're going to totally kick this off in the challenge. I got a lot of gardening stuff tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll probably be talking about gardening, which is going to be awesome. Everyone loves gardening. Today I'm going to talk about, do you need a mentor? Why are mentors important? And I'm also going to talk some more about money, because I feel like I didn't get all my money stuff out. I know Mary Doe loves money. Don't you, Mary Doe? She's a sister. I know she's a sister. Doe, Vietnamese, man. John Clark. Good morning, John Clark. Happy birthday. Join people like Margaret Thompson Donovan. Shows up every morning. Bethany Ware, what is up? How are y'all doing? Today's the last day of the Transformation Challenge. So if you'd like to continue watching me live, go to WeightLossChallenge.com and join the challenge. You'll meet awesome people like Lisa Jones, Linnea Crouch, who joined recently. You'll get a daily email. You get a daily Facebook Live. You'll get daily tasks to do that will change your life if you will just really focus and concentrate and do the things that are asked of you. We will partner you up with an accountability partner. It is forever pricing, so $47 a month as long as you don't cancel, even if the price goes up. For $1.50 a day, less than a cup of coffee, you can get all the inspiration. If you want therapy, man, $150 an hour. An hour, and if you do it weekly times 4, that's $600 a month people spend on therapy, when you could spend $47 on yourself and have a tribe with you, right? John Jones is in Wales, so we're an international group, right? And we have a lot of people with a lot of diverse backgrounds. We've got people who are surgical, non-surgical. We've got people who are pre-op, post-op. We've got all sorts of stuff. We got blacks, whites, Asians. We even have a few Europeans and Australians. So Jessica says, bigger kick in the pants than your cup of coffee. Yeah. People like Leticia Lavario, she's non-surgical. They're in El Paso, helping her with her business. Yeah, see, Mark, you need to get into this challenge, man. Today's the last day, Mark. You're gonna need help with your bypass. I promise you. If you just had it too, look at that. He's 6 months post-op. You're in the honeymoon period, bud. You gotta get this shit going. Lania, I love the change I've gone through since being here. That's awesome. I love it. I don't pay people to say this shit. What's up, Carol Branner? Hope you're doing great. Cynthia Dales, she's she's our personal fitness trainer. Gives us weekend exercises to do in the challenge. Very easy, starting stuff. It's not gonna hurt you. See, down 100 pounds. Way to go, man. But don't stop there, brother. Joseph Lorenzo's watching on YouTube. He's in my challenge. Got him doing some lives. Looking good, Joe. Man, you're rocking it, right? Robin Davis is in the tribe. Nancy Saunders is in the tribe. Today is the last day of this transformation challenge. So if you're going to miss me, come on. Join us in the challenge. WeightLossChallenge.com. Throw that back up there again for me, Christina. WeightLossChallenge.com. Deborah Miranda's in the challenge. Thomas Thompson is in the challenge. Good morning. Hey, Krista. Solvig is from Norway. We've got somebody from the Netherlands. We have a few people from the Netherlands in the challenge. So if you love this, Pernille is from the Netherlands and living in France right there. See, we are international. She is in the group. So that's it. WeightLossChallenge.com. Enrollment's open. Today's the last day of the free lives. So for those people in the challenge, I will go live tomorrow and talk about we're going to do some gardening tomorrow. Today in the news, not much. Politics as usual. People in police in Texas thwarted a planned mass casualty shooting from, you guessed it, 28-year-old white guy. They're mostly white men. They're crazy. So what else is in the news? That's about it. There's not much. Politics as usual. COVID is looking pretty good. It's a race against these variants. You will need boosters. You will need new variants. Dr. Vong, should I get a booster? Let's say you've been vaccinated, and in 2 years they say you need a booster because there's this new variant. Should I get it, Dr. V? I would say you need to wait and see. Most likely yes, but you need to wait and see. So let's say they discover a new variant. I'm worried that there's a new South African variant. The South African numbers are ticking up, and so if you let's say a new variant pops up and it seems to be particularly deadly, like the death rate goes from 3% to like 4% or 5% or 6%, you need that booster. You need that booster. If they say it's just more transmissible, maybe not. Depends on what you want to do. It's kind of up to you. I would encourage it, but you don't have to. Will I do it? I'm gonna wait and see. My whole family's fully vaccinated. Which I forgot. Happy Memorial Day. Memorial Day is the day that we remember all of our fallen soldiers here in the United States. My dad was in the Vietnam War, and he never talked about it. He died of cancer at the age of 65. So, and then Veterans Day is to remember the active people. That's in the fall. But Kizzy's going to get to come over today for a few hours, swim in the pool. Swim in this gorgeous pool with Kizzy. I'm gonna maybe cook some lunch for her. But she's almost 15. She turns 15 in a month, and I'm going to. She's had her first dose of Pfizer, but we're all vaccinated, man. That's kind of one of the things you really got to do. You got to do that. So it's just a race against time. United States, we're at the lowest level in a long time. 20,000 cases, which at one point, started this pandemic in April. That seemed like a nightmare. But now we're like, yay, open her up. Open her up, bitches. But there are other places that are really struggling. Keep your eye on Malaysia. It's looking bad. South Africa, I'm a little bit worried about. India still has, 200,000 cases a day, but getting better. We got to get all these, these poorer countries vaccinated. We're a global economy, guys. We're going to suffer here pretty soon. I will say I took Erica's mom. Erica had to work last night, so I took Erica's mom and Mason. And again, we're all vaccinated except for Mason, obviously. But we went to a steakhouse and sat outside. And boy, I'm going to tell you, it was packed inside. I went inside to use the bathroom. I wore my mask, walked inside, walked back outside. And I was like, wow, they're crowded in there. So they're getting back down to sort of normal. Oh, last thing I will say for those still watching, J&J, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, it's the one-dose vaccine. A lot of people have taken it. I think you'll need to have a second dose. I have all people almost daily messaging me because they bought some COVID rapid tests for me. And they're like, Doc, just yesterday, somebody said, I tested 5 people. 3 of them had like antibody lines like me, and 2 of them had very weak lines or no lines at all. And they're the ones who had the J&J. And I was like, yep, I'm sorry to see that. So very weak antibody response, and they don't last as long as they should. If you've had a strong antibody response, they should last 3 to 5 months. So I'm going to probably test myself again here pretty soon. because it's been a month since my second dose of Moderna, and boy, I had a very strong response, and not so much today. So we'll see. We'll see. You should see it fading, but you know, people 3 weeks after the J&J should have a big response, and nope, they're not showing it. So, but if you've had the J&J, don't freak out. You'll just know you'll probably have to get another dose. And that's pretty much it for the news. Join the challenge. Get into the resellers program. I had about 30 people sign up yesterday. We got room for more. A free $750 a month. We'll never ask you for money. You have to be in the United States, 69 or younger, credit score of 620 or higher. Can't have a merchant processing account. You can use Stripe, but not Square. So if you have a Square account for a business, just shut that down, open up a Stripe account. You'll be good to go. And then preferably have your taxes filed either they'll take 2019 and a 20 extension, or 19 and 18, I think they'll take, and then they'll want the 20 whenever you have it ready. But you can get started. Nope, you have to be in America. Sorry, Mary Ryder. Sorry. And you'll never pay out of pocket. It's a free $750 a month. So that's $9,000 a year for as long as your campaign runs. It's not shady. They've been in business 18 years. That's what we call infinite returns. Plus, if you join up under me, you have what's called the +1. That's what makes this the ultimate money tree. You can sign up, and it stops with you. This is not an MLM. They don't get to do it. You can sign up other people under you, and every time they get $750 a month, you get an extra $100 a month. Every month that they get $750, you get an extra $100 a month. Why is Dr. V doing this? Because if you get $100 a month, I get $100 a month. That's fair, right? Me opening this up, and I know the owner of the business, and this is just a special deal, the Dr. V +1. No one else gets to do this. This is only for our tribe. So Dr. V is going to be banking. Hell yeah, I'm going to be banking. But you know what? You're going to be banking too. All right. So if you want to join up for that, you just message me at go to my Facebook account, my fan page, facebook.com/Dr. Vong. It's scrolling there at the bottom, and you can message me and I'll get you enrolled, and Jerry will sign you up. Let's look at the pool, man. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Bam. All right, let's get to talking, man. All right, let me say some last hellos. Good morning, Yolanda Lopez, Karen Harrison. Sorry, Laurie Halter. What's up? Londa Gillen, you're the best. Angel Cake, I'm still gonna challenge myself. All right. Margaret Townsend, good morning. Giovanna, where are you watching from, Giovanna? 70. Kathleen. Yep, get your daughter sign up under me. That would be great. Very fair, Christina. Krista wants to join group. Go to weightlosschallenge.com. Weightlosschallenge.com, Krista. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Jenny, Tiffany Rucker, Rachel Wallman. Good morning. No, yeah, you have memory B cells. You don't want antibodies running around amok in your body. They need to go away. Good morning, Lori, Miranda Van. All right, let's get started. What's up, everybody? Cheers. I think that's all I wanted to say. Welcome to the last day. This is the final transformation day, day 5. This is, if you're in the tribe, day 457, 457. We're more than halfway through to day 500, man. Can you believe that? Pretty effing crazy. Today we're going to talk about mentors. Do you need mentors? And I'm also going to talk about money, right? Because I feel like I didn't get it all out yesterday. I got more money shit to tell y'all. Because money will change your life. Okay? Watch this. Put a 1, no, actually put a me, M-E. Put me in the comment section. Me in the comment section. If you love your life, but you know you want more. You know, like you don't, you love where you are, but boy, you wish you had a little bit more money. You wish you didn't have to work quite as hard. You love your job, but maybe you're ready for a change. Put a me in the comment section if you know that you got more in you, that you want more. You love your husband, but maybe you want more passion. You've got one rent house, but you want like more. Me. I love it, but I want more. Right? I wanted more. Okay. So for all of you, look at this. All these people: Susan, Irene, Nora, John Clark, Jill, Cynthia. Cynthia's rocking it, and she still says me. If you put me in the comment section, and all of y'all should have motherfucking put me in the comment section. Dr. V will put me. I have a great life. Haven't worked in 3 years. I work basically 10 hours a week. I make more money than I did as a surgeon. I help more people than I did as a surgeon. And I will put me down. I've got my girlfriend's 29 years old. We have a wonderful 5-year-old daughter. She's turning 5 next week. And I'm basically stay-home dad. And I'll put me in the section. I always want more. Okay. So for tip number 1, if you put the word me in the comment section, you need a mentor. Tip number 1, if you put me in the comment section, you need a mentor. Basically, I'm going to answer the question right off the top. You need a mentor. Today's video is a 13-minute video from Ty Lopez, who I've had the pleasure of speaking to on a couple of occasions. I have a cute video of Erica actually interviewing Ty Lopez, and it's kind of funny when Erica is all dressed up and stuff. Like, all these guys will like stop what they're doing. I can't fucking get them on the camera, but she'll go, "Can I ask you a question?" They all stop what they're doing. It's like, "Oh, of course, love to have you answer, ask me a question." So I have these videos of, and it's not just guys too. I mean, I have a video of Erica interviewing Mel Robbins, asking her a question. She's interviewing Ty Lopez, and I'm recording it all. And he's a good guy. He's got a thick head of hair. He's who he says he is, man. He's that Lambo Ferrari guy. He's, here in my garage, that video that went viral that really blew him up. Here in my garage, full of books, reads, smart guy. He's in Mensa. I probably know his business partner, Alex, the NASA rocket scientist, more. I sat next to him and spent like most of a day with him at Dan Fleischman's birthday party, which was not your typical birthday party, man. Let me tell you, that was pretty crazy. So anyway, so Ty's legit, and he's got one of the most popular TED Talks, but he does a 13-minute video today that I just had to share with you because it's on whether or not you really need a mentor, right? And he says, of course. He goes, don't believe it. Don't believe me. Tip number 2, don't believe me, but just look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. People lie. Opinions lie, but numbers don't lie. It's kind of true. Statistics, you can, there's this saying I like to say: there are big lies, really little white lies, and statistics. There are 3 types of lies: big lies, little white lies, and statistics. So you can manipulate statistics to say whatever you want to say. So, but to his point, what he's really saying is that if you look at the numbers, the vast majority of uber successful people have all had mentors. What does that tell you? What does it tell you when Einstein, one of the world's smartest men, has mentors? Had a mentor. Bill Gates, has mentors. Steve Jobs has a mentor. Steve Jobs has a mentor, and then he mentored Sergey or Larry Page, and then Steve Jobs also mentored Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook. So all these super successful people. If you catch it in the video, he actually ends up saying, like, for example, Oprah had a mentor, and then Oprah mentored Ellen DeGeneres. And, people have different opinions right now about Ellen DeGeneres, but that's okay. Point being, everybody has mentors. And so, I'm not as smart as Einstein. If he had a mentor, I need a mentor. I'm not as wealthy as Mark Zuckerberg. If he had a mentor, I need a mentor. All these people. I'm not as good of businessman as Ty Lopez, and if he had a mentor, I need a mentor. You know, he knows things I don't know. It's really funny, so they have this Ty Lopez, is he's kind of known for reading a book a day. So he's done a lot of videos on doing a book a day, and he'll summarize a book, and so he has a whole series of that, right? And that's how I found Ty Lopez was watching his summaries on when he reads a book. Um, and so they actually started, him and Alex started this book club where you can join, like it's a monthly fee, just like what my challenge is. And they have video podcasts. They actually bring in the author. And they will like have the author explain his book, or interview them, and they'll have notes, and they'll have quizzes for you to take. It's a pretty cool program. I was in it, but I'm pretty lazy, so I didn't really do it. And so I was sitting next to Alex at this at Dan Fleischman's birthday party / conference thing. And I was like, I'm part of your book club. He's like, oh, good. How do you like it? And I was like, it's really good, And I said, I'm an author. He goes, yeah. And I said, yeah, I've written 13 books. He goes, you have? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, dude, I need your information because like we're always looking for authors. I was like, well, I don't know if I'm kind of your thing. Like I'm a weight loss surgeon. And he goes, no, that's really helpful. Like we need this variety thing. And I'm like, well, my book sells pretty good, and I pulled up my Amazon account, and I was like, I usually rank around 14,000. I'm usually under 20,000. He's like, oh my God, that's amazing. Yeah, get on the show. So I could have totally been on Alex's little book club thing. And it's huge. So I'm talking to him, and why am I telling you this? Well, because there's a video where Alex takes you behind the scene, and he and I were talking about it. And I was like, like, how do you do this sort of stuff, right? And he's like, you need a team. And so he was telling me about it. And then later I saw him shoot a video. He has, like, for his little book club thing, like, he has like this business office. He's got he walked through the business office. He has like cubicles. I know y'all are gonna laugh at me about this. He has cubicles where like there are actually people sitting there with computers. And he's like, yeah, here's customer service, and these people are creating content, these people are responding to emails, these people are trying to book guests. Here's our video room, these people are our editing team. And I started laughing because here's Dr. V. I mean, Dr. V in his swim trunks sitting on a 5-gallon bucket. So my challenge is Dr. V sitting on a 5-gallon bucket. And here's Alex with a professional team. So, he's a much better businessman than me. And so I need to start. That's Erica's mom, by the way. I should probably swing this way so we don't get Erica's mom. All right. So I was like, yeah, that would be cool. That'd be fun. So at the same little birthday party conference thing, Wiz Khalifa started. There was a concert that night with Wiz Khalifa. And I didn't know who fucking Wiz Khalifa was. And so the music starts playing, the lights drop. We're in this big auditorium, and the music starts banging, and this guy walks out, and everyone starts going crazy, and he starts rapping, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. And so I started videotaping it, and I sent it to Erica. Wasn't with me, and I texted it to Erica, and I said, Erica, who the hell's this? Ever heard of this guy? And I didn't tell her who it was, and she goes, oh my God, that's Wiz Khalifa. He's awesome. He's huge. And I'm like, he's like 5 feet in front of me. I'm like, I'm in the front row. I'm like, he's right in front of me. He's smoking this big ass joint. Erica's like, I hate you. Why didn't you take me? So, So number one, you need a mentor. Now, why am I telling you this? So I met Ty Lopez. He wasn't there. That's where I met Alex. I met Ty at another conference. But so what happened was, let's rewind a day before. I'm gonna rewind a day before, and my friend, my now friend and former mentor, maybe he's still a mentor. I messaged him. So Scott Duffy messages me and says, "Hey, do you want to go to Dan's birthday party?" And he goes, "I have a VIP pass. You can have it. It's free. Don't tell anyone." And I said, "Okay." it was on like a it was on a Saturday, Friday night or Saturday night. It was all day Saturday. It was Saturday morning, so I had to get there. I forget. No, yeah, Saturday morning. It was Saturday morning, like starting around 10 or something like that. And he goes, "It's a paid event." He goes, Scott goes, "It's a paid event, but I have a free code. You can get in for free. Do you want to go?" I said, "Yeah, I'll go. I like Dan. Dan's a great guy." He goes, "But it's tomorrow." And I was like, "Tomorrow?" He goes, "Yes, tomorrow." I said, "Okay." So tip number two, if your mentor ever invites you to do something, you need to go. Uh, if you have someone who's a mentor who you trust, who you believe in, who's more successful than you, if you have $1 million business and they have a $10 million business, and they invite you to a dinner, a conference, I don't care if it's a fucking hoedown, you need to go. So I said, "What?" It's tomorrow. I'm in Albuquerque. This is in LA. I said, "Okay, I'll go. I'm kind of on call, but I don't have anybody in the hospital. Okay, I'll go." So I booked a flight. I booked an Airbnb. I looked where it was. There was an Airbnb within walking distance. And my very first mentor, Greg Reed, was going to be there. He was also a speaker there. And so I booked my ticket, and for that morning. So Saturday morning, I'm on a plane at like 6 a.m. or whatever. I fly. It's not even that early because it's a time change, 2 hour difference. I land in Albuquerque in LA at like 9 o'clock or something like that, and my Airbnb is not available till like 2 in the afternoon. So then I go to the venue. They're just setting up. They're just putting out the guardrails, and I don't know where the front door is. It's this big amphitheater, famous amphitheater in LA. I walk around the back, and um, I see Greg Reed, and I said, "Greg," and he goes, "Hey," and he goes, "I didn't know you were coming." I was like, "I didn't either. Scott invited me yesterday." He goes, "Are you VIP?" And I was like, "Sure." I don't fucking know. He goes, "Come with me." So we go through the back door. The big bouncer guy's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey, I'm Greg Reed. Here's my ticket." He's with me, and we just walk in. And I walk into the back room, and they have this room in the back. And I was like, "Hey, my Airbnb's not ready." And he goes, "Yeah, okay." And they have like their assistants with their headphones walking around. Right, this is Dan's birthday party. It's a big thing. They have these people dressed in black wearing like headsets. check, fine. Like, where's your 20? That sort of stuff. And this guy walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, are you VIP?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Do you need a badge?" I was like, "Sure, I need a badge. Of course, I need a badge." He goes, "Okay." So he runs off. He comes back and he puts this badge over me. It says VIP. And Greg's like, "Yeah, he's with me. He's good, you know." And I said, "Hey, I'm sorry. I got my Airbnb's not ready. I need a place to put my suitcase." He goes, "Oh yeah, come on to the back room. We have this make ready room. You can get in." So I get in there and I put my stuff down and I'm just sitting there and they're just scrambling, getting things ready. And I just sit there. And I'm like, "Okay." And Greg runs off. He comes back. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing, Doc?" Blah, 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 blah. And so, uh, uh, so, so I'm sitting there, and as the day goes by, I realized I'm in the waiting room, the back waiting room for all the speakers. So you name it, man. Like all of these fucking like Billy Jean, that marketing guy, Gene, that he's African American. Billy Jean was there. Um, Bedros Killian, who founded, he has a chain of gyms. He has the Empire podcast. I actually went there just to meet Bedros, and when he was there, I walked up to him. I said, hey, are you Bedros? And he goes, yeah, I'm Bedros. I was like, and I introduced myself. I'm Dr. Vong. I'm in weight loss, and I came here just to meet you. He's like, oh, really? That's cool. Like, I love the Empire podcast and blah blah. Anyway, so Bedros walks in the back room, and the highlight was I'm just sitting there, and fucking Ed Milet walks in. Ed Milet walks in the back, and I'm just like, dude. I mean, you name it. Like Tom Ballou was there. Um, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. I see his face. Oh, Lewis Howes. Lewis Howes. So I know Kathy Contreras. If you're watching, Kathy, like she has a huge crush on Lewis Howes. So this was the second time I saw Lewis. I was like, "Hey, Lewis, I met you at 10X GrowthCon." And he's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on? How are you?" All these people just walking. I'm just sitting there, hey. And then Alex was one of the first ones to show up, and I was like, "Hey, you're Alex." He goes, "Yeah, yeah, you're." I was like, "You're Ty Lopez's partner." He goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And I was like, "You're a rocket scientist." He goes, "Yeah, formerly." And I was like, "That's awesome, man! Congratulations on your success." And and we're just chit chatting, and he's just sitting there, right? And I said, "Hey, man, you want a cup of coffee or something?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." And I said, "Oh, let me get you a cup of coffee." Like, because I didn't have a cup of coffee. They brought me a cup of coffee. I went and got him a cup of coffee. And he goes, "Well, when is this thing getting started?" I said, "Well, I think they're about to get started. I said, "Do you have a seat?" He was like, "No." I said, "Oh, come with me. I'm sitting up front." Fucking totally made this up, right? And so I take Alex. I'm walking through the back, and I knew one of the assistants, Katrina, and then I was like, "Hey, Katrina," and she goes, "Hey, Doc, what's up? How are you doing?" I was like, "Good to see you." And, I said, "Do you know Alex?" He goes, "Oh yeah, hey Alex, what's up?" I'm walking through there, pretending like I know everybody. And I was like, "Hey Alex, come on up front, man. We're right up here." And he had set up this VIP rope, and the regular people had like fold out chairs, and we had like these couches up front. And I walk up front. I'm flashing my VIP badge. I'm flashing my VIP badge. Hey, come sit with me, man. Come on. So Alex is following me, and my friend, who you guys know, I introduced him in the challenge. Riyadh was there, and his wife, his Riyadh's wife. If you're from California, comment if you've put Purium. If you've heard of Purium, it's like a supplement company. Um, they're pretty big in California, in Southern California, but they're a network marketing company called Purium. Well, Amy is a friend of mine. She's the founder of Purium. She's married to Riyadh, and so they had come to this party, and so I sat down, and Riyadh's like, "Hey, my brother Riyadh, hey Doc, what's up?" And I was like, "Hey Riyadh," and I said, "Do you know Alex?" And Riyadh's eyes like popped open, like he's like, "What?" Yeah, so Yin Yang knows Purium, Robin Davis knows Purium. That's awesome. And so his eyeballs were like, "Oh my God, you know everybody," and I'm just like, "Yep, I know her." I didn't. Just acting. So tip number 2, if your mentor ever says you need to come here, you need to meet these people, I want you to introduce you to somebody, say yes. Do not say, "Oh, I can't get the time off. If you need to call in sick, fucking call in sick. If you need to pay $200 for a pet sitter, pay it. It will pay off in dividends." I mean, I met so many cool people that night, and just influencers and all sorts of people doing crazy ass shit, big ballers, Wiz Khalifa. And I was like, it's pretty fucking funny. So anyway, if your mentor ever says, "Do this, come here, you won't regret it," just trust them. Just trust them. It's just an amazing time. Okay, tip number 3. Tip number 3. Um, I'm kind of lazy. That's a horrible tip, Dr. V. No, no, no. In the video today, Ty Lopez says Bill Gates, he was talking to Bill Gates. And Bill Gates said something really interesting. You know, Bill Gates, 16 times world's richest man, founder of Microsoft, you know, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. I don't care what you believe about the stance on vaccine. Bill Gates says, you know, Ty, I'm kind of lazy. I want to learn faster. And I was like, wow, I'm lazy too. And people go, Dr. B, how can you be lazy? You got all the social media, you've written all these books, you do all this stuff. Like, no, I am honestly very lazy. I could sleep all day. I have slept all day. I have stayed up all night, slept all day the next day. I have wasted an entire weekend watching nothing but football. I have been in a drunken haze for a week. I've never done drugs. But I am inherently very lazy. So it takes a lot for me to get like going. COVID's been very bad for Dr. V. COVID's like, oh my God. So I was like, I'm really lazy too. So Bill Gates says, I want to learn shortcuts. So if you understand that you are inherently lazy, you need a mentor. You need people to kick you in the pants. You need people to call you out on your bullshit. You need people to you need someone to introduce you to people who have the answers if they don't know. You need people to show you shortcuts. You need to learn faster, which takes me to the next tip. Number 4. You can have more than one mentor. You need more than one mentor. I have more than one mentor. You need more than one mentor. And your mentors can be books, and your mentors can be virtual. All right. Let me get you to tip. I'm hitting these tips pretty fast, right? So tip number 5. This is super important. Ty Lopez says everything you've learned from somebody or something that they've written, something that somebody has written or recorded. And I was like, motherfucker's right. Everything you've learned from somebody or something that somebody has written or recorded, right? That's mentorship. You did not learn math just by making it up. In fact, at some point, you had to learn the concept of zero, like zero. Mason the other day goes, Daddy, 4 plus 0 is 4. I was like, yeah, baby. The number 0 is often credited with being discovered, traced back to India. And it's weird to think that there was a time in human history where they didn't have the concept of 0. They didn't know what it was. So they write it down, they teach it, etc. So everything you know in your life, good or bad, is what Dr. V would add. Dr. V would add good or bad, right or wrong. You learn from somebody. Now, some of y'all are old enough to remember before smartphones, when you used to have to go to this old place, this old building called the library. You had to read books. You had to learn the Dewey Decimal System. Nobody fucking knows what the Dewey Decimal System is anymore. It's all online. It's all digital. Before digital books, there was a time when this crazy madman named Jeff Bezos created the Kindle, and people were like, no one's going to read a digital book? You know, like, I like to turn pages. I like to have whatever. And then what happened? What happened was Steve Jobs came up with this thing called the iPod Shuffle. And it was this little cube. And Steve Jobs was not an engineer. He was not a programmer. He was a marketer. But he knew how to tell stories. And when he came back, he took over Apple. He got rid of all of this other bullshit things they were into, printers, and he goes, we're only going to focus on this one thing. So he created this iPod Shuffle. Who remembers this? Apple was going under. They brought Steve Jobs back because Apple was going bankrupt. So Steve Jobs rescued him by focusing on what they were really, really good at, their core business. And so he was a master storyteller. So when he came up with the iPod Shuffle, he had to teach people the value of this little device. And what did he say? He said, 1,000 songs in my pocket. What? You could stay up all night and never come up with 1,000 songs in my pocket. And that started this digital music revolution, right? So then you got Napster, people uploading files and stealing files and piracy issues, etc. So for years, like the Amazon Kindle was struggling to like take off, these e-readers, and people saw it. So they were competitors to the Kindle. They're Palm Pilots, people were trying to read things, and it was clunky. It was not very sexy. And you had the old schoolers like, I like to have my books, whatever, right? And the second Steve Jobs says 1,000 songs in my pocket, it clicked for people. So then what that did was people started to understand, like, I don't have to carry around and lug around, 1,000 books. It's all on my Kindle reader. I can read it anytime. If I don't want this, if I'm tired of this one book, I can, read another book. And then e-readers got even smarter. You can highlight, you can take notes on the side. And now the most up-to-date ones, you can share notes. You can read notes that other people have written, And then Amazon got really smart. They didn't change the name to Kindle. I still have to deal with this bullshit, right? So Kindle's no longer a device. It's an app. You just download the Kindle reader onto your phone, your laptop, any device, and you can start buying ebooks. You don't actually have to buy an actual Kindle. And so like 10 years ago, like 5 years ago, I kept explaining to people like, no, you don't, you can get my book on Kindle. They're like, I don't own a Kindle. Like, you don't have to own a Kindle. It's an app. You just download it. So that really like changed how people saw e-readers and books and stuff. What the fuck was I talking about? Why was I talking about this? So you don't have this concept. So everything that you now, someone had to envision and then teach and process and move. You understand what I'm saying? Right? And that's how technology changes. So everything you've ever learned, good or bad, you learn from somebody else, a teacher, a preacher, a pastor, and or you read it, right? And so now, fast forward. This was my point. So fast forward, it's never been easier. Next one. It has never been easier to get a mentor, right? Imagine the old days when before books, man. Like you might live your whole life and never find a mentor, or your only mentor might be an abusive father or grandfather. That's the whole point of the elders of the tribes and stuff like that. Now you've got ebooks, you've got audiobooks, and within the last 5 years, you've got Facebook Lives, you've got Periscopes, you've got FaceTime. So, like, I'll give you an example. Imagine 5 years ago. How easy is this? How easy is this now that I can go, hey, Michelle O'Connor, what's going on in your life? Hey, Rachel, I hope you're feeling better today, right? Hey, John Clark, like, I love the fact that you're doing notes. You keep up your lives. You're really making a difference. Hey, Margaret Townsend, I really want you to take your business up to the next level. I think you have a $10 million business, Margaret. Hey, Cher, like, it's not too late for you. You need to do this, yada, yada. Tara Roberts, man, I think your Southern accent is so stinking cute. And the second you throw in a shit or fuck, people are going to totally buy into you. You need to start a YouTube channel and just say funny ass shit about living in the South, So it's never been easier. I mean, 5 years ago, we freaked out when someone would give you a shout out, when someone would mention your name, when someone you're watching. And now people are like, oh, yeah. John Jones. Hey, John Jones's real name is Andrew. And he lives in Wales on the other side of the country, the other side of the planet, Jessica is in Australia and it's nighttime. You see what I'm saying? Like, we freaked out 5 years ago. Now we're just like, yeah, whatever. Another. So the average person, let me get into this average thing, right? The average person gets on Facebook and goes, yeah, 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 yeah. But you're not average. You're not average. And you realize that if I join a Dr. V live, I have this little window, this little possibility that for a second he gets to be my mentor. He might teach me something. He might help accelerate my business. If nothing, he might make me feel better about my smile or my giggle. Or he might make me laugh and brighten my day. Or he might really piss me off and make me think. He might call me out on my bullshit. He might break me out of my rut. Who understands what I'm saying? Put a yes in the comment section if you understand what I'm saying. It has never been easier to get a mentor, but the average person won't do it. The average person won't pay $47 a month. The average person would rather pay, $10 for a pack of cigarettes, or $20 a drink at a bar, or $150 an hour for a therapist, and not understand that it is much cheaper, much safer, much more effective to get a mentor, to join in this group, to join in this challenge, to see what I know that you don't know. Just like Ty is a better businessman than me. Of course, I pay for his shit. I watch him when he goes live. Same thing. Grant Cardone. I spent thousands of dollars on Grant Cardone. Like it doesn't. I've spent probably over $150,000 on my own personal development. $150K on my own personal development. That's how I get to do this, right? So it's much cheaper. Like Darlene, get up, move, girl. Nancy, one of my patients. Like I get to stay in touch with one of my patients through this. Call her name. Like Joan Mueller is always here inspiring us, right? Kim, go to weightlosschallenge.com. You can do this. Weightlosschallenge.com. Cynthia met me in person at Velocity, and now she's our go-to exercise person for the challenge, right? It's never been easier than ever. All right, next tip. Right? I am inherently lazy. Next tip. Make them think that you have calf implants. Make them think that you have calf implants. Arnold Schwarzenegger, before he won, his calves were too small. And he goes, like, how do I get bigger calves? Well, there's this guy down in South Africa, who had huge calves. And he flies down there, he visits with him, and he goes, how do your calves get so big? And he goes, Reggie says, let me see your workout. Let's go to the gym. And, Reg gets on the calf press, puts on 900 pounds. And Arnold realizes he's not using enough weights. He's not pressing heavy enough. And Reg is like, yo, no, you got to put on more weights, man. You got to put on more weights. You got to do lower reps. You got to push it harder. See, like your brain explodes when you realize, like, you really think that the heaviest you can do is 500. But you see this other guy who can do 900, you start to believe. It's the Roger Bannister story, running, the 4-minute mile. People didn't think you could run the 4-minute mile. Doctors would say your heart would explode. Like it was this barrier. And then Roger Bannister broke it. And that same year, 12 more people broke it when they started to understand. Now we have high school kids breaking the 4-minute mile, right? It's this belief. And so Arnold Schwarzenegger said his calves got so big, people started to start rumors that he had calf implants, that it was impossible. But no. So what happened was Arnold Schwarzenegger went to the guy who knew what he was doing, who had the result that he wanted, who showed him what to do. Does that make sense? For those of you who don't know, I was $4 million in debt at the age of 36. I declared bankruptcy at the age of 39. Age of 45, I retired from surgery. I retired independently wealthy. I retired because of passive income. I don't have like millions and millions of dollars in the bank account, but I've got enough passive income I don't have to work. And now I make more money than I did as a surgeon. Maybe I know something you don't know. Oh, but Dr. V, you're lucky. You have degrees. You have whatever. Rachel Hollis makes more money than I do. What's her degree? Mel Robbins, what's her degree? Former newscaster? You know, what's her degree? That's not true. They know something I don't know. They know something you don't know. So you just have to like stop that shit. I'm paying $47 a month for Dr. V to tell me stop that shit. Yeah, stop that shit. Stop it. Stop it with the I need a degree. But you're cute, Dr. V. You're cute too. But you got this and you got that. Well, you got this and you got that too. Let me give you another tip. This is the last tip, and then I'm going to tell you how to change your life with some money stuff, okay? So, let me give you the okay, I'll do it this way. Let me give you the elevator tip. This is the elevator tip, and then I'm going to tell for those of you who are still interested and want to hang on. I want to tell you how to change your life with some money stuff, okay? So here's the elevator tip. Let's take it home. Elevator tip. Let me have a sip of coffee. Elevator tip is this. For some odd reason, this is Earl Nightingale talking about attitude. And he goes, Earl Nightingale, in one of his recordings, says, this very peculiar thing happens during personal development. We start to, I want to say this right. Earl Nightingale says, for some odd reason, we doubt our ability to do things ourselves, but we oddly attribute it to other people. In other words, we think we can't do it, but we have this ability to believe that other people can do it. Amen? This is really powerful. I know I fucked that up, but this is really powerful. Like, you think like you can't do that. Like, oh, I couldn't go back to school. I couldn't get that promotion. I'm not a good artist. I'm not good at math. I'm not entrepreneurial. I'm not a good salesman. But then you'll say, oh, but my sister is great at math. My brother's really artistic. My cousin's a great businessman. My daughter can do anything she wants to do. My son can do anything he wants to do, right? Who understands what I'm trying to say? Give me an amen if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, we have this stupid ability to believe that everybody else can do it, but we can't do it. The same shit, the same thing that we think they can do, for whatever reason, we believe we can't do it. I learned that from Earl Nightingale, one of my book and video mentors. He's long dead, but I watched a lot of his YouTube videos. And this is a life-changing thing. Why is that? Okay, let me give you a Dr. V part 2. Watch this. There is somebody else out there who says, I can't do it, but you can do it. I can't do it, but Glenn Wassmer can do it. I can't do it, but Miranda can do it. I can't do it, but Tara can do it. Come on, give me some comment real quick if you want your name called out. I can't do it, but Cindy Ann can do it. Somebody out there is saying, I can't do it, but Latasha can do it. Latasha can do anything. She joined the tribe yesterday. I can't do it, but Tracy can do it. You know, I'm not good, but DD Down can do it. I can't do it, but Yin Yang has somehow can always figure things out. It's fucking nuts. So the Dr. V take on it is that someone else is saying about you the thing that you doubt. That's my elevator tip for you today. Let me give you the bonus tip. The bonus tip is this. The bonus tip is this. This is a big one. This is the big one. Who's ready for this big one? I am a fucking genius. I tested out. Who wants the bonus tip? The bonus tip is this. The person that says they can do it, the person that says Facebook user, John Jones can do it, Facebook user can do it, that person's your mentor. That's why you need a mentor. So your mentor, you look up to your mentor. You have a $1 million business, they have a $10 million business. You make $100,000 a year, they make $500,000 a year. You look up to them, and you don't believe you can do it. But the purpose of your mentor is that they believe that you can do it. Not that they believe, but they know you can do it. They know you have it within you. If they didn't think you could do it, they would not be your mentor. They would not agree to mentor you. Who understands what I'm saying? But because they agreed to mentor you, they met with you, they had coffee with you, you went to their conference and you talked to them, you showed up, you helped them. And then now they see that you're a person of quality. They're willing to mentor you means that not that they believe. See, average people believe. The mentor knows that you can do it. The mentor knows that you can do it. How? Give me some ahas here. Give me some ahas if you understand what I'm saying. The mentor knows that you can do it because they've done it and they know they can show you how to do it. See, I know Margaret can do it. She doesn't believe she can do it, but I know she can do it. I know Michelle can do it because I know the way to do it. I know Tess can do it. I know Holly Jo can do it because I know the way to do it. The mentor knows the way to do it. The only question is, does the mentee have what it takes? Has the chutzpah, has the wake up, has the teachability, has the no quit. I'm not giving up. First hot day, I give up. Nope, won't be your mentor very long. Oh, I sprained my ankle. I'm gonna stop. I couldn't find a babysitter. I'm not gonna show up. Yeah, you're not gonna have a mentor after that. Who understands what I'm saying? Because the mentor knows the way to do it. They know that you can do it, even though you doubt that you can do it. Amen. Was that a good one? Let me tell you how to change your life real quick. Watch this. Listen. I know you're a badass. I know you're spiritual. I know you love Jesus. I know you're an atheist. I know you're smart. I know that you work hard. I know all your fucking reasons. I know you're a good mom. I know you're a good dad. I know you're a good child. I know you are kind. I know you are compassionate. I know you love pets. I know you're going to rescue the whales. I know all that shit. But let me tell you something. You cannot fucking measure any of that shit. You cannot fucking measure any of that shit. Dr. V, I'm happy. Really? How do you measure that shit? You're happy right now, but what happens if you go home, you realize your husband is sleeping with another man? I'm always picking on husbands. You're happy now, but what happens if you walk into your office and you have a big stack of new folders on your desk because the girl next door ran off to Costa Rica with Juan, and now you got to do their job. Now how happy are you? You're happy now until you come home and realize like your kid has like eaten all of your Oreos and you really need to do that line of Oreos because you had a hard day because Joan next door ran off with Juan to Costa Rica. How happy are you now? Oh, but Dr. V, I'm spiritual. How do you measure that? You're spiritual until the day you cheat on your spouse. You're spiritual until the day that you take some money out of the out of the tithing trade. Don't act like you didn't. You're spiritual until the day that you steal something or lie or cheat or commit one of the deadly sins. Come on now. How do you measure that? I'm a good mom. You're a good mom until the day you break out the belt. You yell at your kid. You don't do this. You don't do that. Come on. It's not a judgment. You don't measure it. You can't measure it. But I can measure your money. Did your bank account go up or did it not? Did you stop spending on Amazon or are you spending worse? Did you stop going to the casino, or did you just blow $100 at the casino? It's only $100, Dr. V. It's only one little lie. How spiritual are you? It's only cheating on your taxes once. How spiritual are you? Well, I was away at a conference. You know, he was hitting on me. He bought me a drink. My husband doesn't need to know. I flirted a little bit, but I didn't go all the way. Come on. Stop it. The money doesn't care. The bank account either went up or it didn't go up, or it went down. You got the promotion, you didn't do the promotion. You wrote your book, you didn't write your book. You launched your YouTube channel, you didn't launch your YouTube channel. See, these things are measurable. Everything else, man, that's between you and God. That's between you and your God. So let me give you a couple money things. Now that we have that cleared up, let me give you a couple money things. As quickly as possible, tip number next one. As quickly as possible, you need to get as passive income as quickly as possible. You cannot depend on your 9 to 5. Oh, I'm a good worker, Dr. V. Fuck you. No, you're not. Until the day you call in sick. I never call in sick. Yes, you do. I have employees all the time who call in sick. Come on. There's lots of business owners coming in late. Came in 5 minutes late. Came in 30 minutes late from lunch. Oh, I got stuck in traffic. Whatever. You think I don't know you can't smell vodka on your breath? Bonus tip from Dr. V. If you drink vodka at lunchtime, they can't smell it on your breath. What the fuck, Dr. V? I know all the tricks. Come on. Okay. So, as quickly as possible, you need to come up with passive income. Figure it out. An easy one is dividend stocks. You buy a company that gives you a dividend. You can look up and see if it gives you a dividend. Every quarter, every month, they give you $10 or $20. That's free money. You wouldn't pass up a $10 bill on the sidewalk. Come on now, let's get real. I wrote Ultimate Gastric Sleep Success 7 years ago. It makes me $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Hey, comment. Watch this. Put a dollar sign in the comment section. If you wrote a book and it got you, if you had $5,000 every month show up in your bank account, put a dollar sign in the comment section. If you would be like, yeah, fuck this job. Like, I don't need this hassle. Like, I like my job, but I'm gonna go work where I want to work. I'm gonna work my hours. I don't need to fuck this. Like, maybe you'll still be a nurse. Maybe you'll still do what you're trying to do, but you're less sweating it, right? So that's what happened. So Dr. V's book was doing $8,000 a month or so. And, I felt like I was not appreciated in my job. And then I realized surgery is no difference. So it didn't matter where I go. So I just said, fuck y'all, I'm done. That's it. If it just if $5,000 every month just popped up into your bank account, would you be like, yeah, fuck y'all? It's that old song, take this job and shove it. So you need to find as quickly as possible passive sources of income. And I'm going to tell you this right now. And some of y'all, I love y'all, but be very clear about this. Network marketing companies are not passive income. They are not. I love the fact that you love your gels, your oils, your lotions, your potions, your Scentsy, your pots and your pans, and your lipstick and your dildos, and you love all that shit. It's a fucking job. It's a business, and it will never take off until you start treating it as a business. And all you network marketing motherfuckers, I'm on my 5th network marketing company, and I'm like, this is a fucking job. You have to understand. You have to be very clear. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to do it, just understand it's a job. That's all I'm saying. It's not passive income. Writing a book that gives you royalties is passive income. Creating an online course, one time you do the work, and then you just do a couple Facebook posts, and you sell 1 or 2 courses for $100. That's passive income. Okay? Rental, like, oh, Dr. V, that's why I buy rental houses. That's fucking work. I know, because I've already done it. You want to deal with tenants? You bought one house. You want to rent out one house. Good luck. Have fun with that. They don't pay rent 1 month, you're fucked. They don't. You evict them. That's a month-long process. You take another month to fix all the fucking shit that they destroyed. You take another month to find a tenant. You're 3 months out of the hole, out of pocket, dude. Banks are gonna foreclose on you. It's work. You got to get to passive income as quickly as possible. Number two, the easiest passive income I fucking know is infinite money returns, right? So infinite returns. So like resellers program, no money out of pocket, $750 minimum. If you do the Dr. V plus one, you could get $100 a month if you sign up somebody under you. Every month that they make $750, you make an extra $100. You'd be crazy not to take me up on this offer. Message me, Dr. Vong, Facebook.com/Dr. Vong if you qualify for resellers. Infinite returns. You can there are neighborhoods where they throw out trash. Dude, go pick up the trash. People put out like fine lawn chairs and tables and bookshelves and fucking take it and sell it in the marketplace for $5, $10. It's infinite returns. You paid zero for it. Who the fuck cares how much you sell it for? It's nothing, right? That's why people collect aluminum cans. You can't make that much money on aluminum cans, but you get the idea. You got to get to infinite returns. So no more of this bullshit where people are like, oh, you got to invest in the stock market because it gives you 8% returns and it's the best. Dude, that has gotten the country broke. Your biggest investment's your house. Your house is not an investment, y'all. Remember this. Yesterday's talk. 80% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. It's not quite that bad, but it's like 65% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. 80% don't have $500 in the bank. My fucking Kizzy, my 14-year-old has like more money than that in the bank. Come on, right? So you have to start thinking like, okay, what they are teaching me about money is not working. I don't have it. Maybe Dr. V knows something I don't know. Oh, well, I read this post. Dr. V did something shady. Fuck that shit, man. Come on. Are you really going to believe that? Come on. Maybe I need to talk to Alex and be like, I need a team now. I don't fucking know. But remember, I do know I'm inherently lazy. I do know that I'm type A personality. Do it my way or the highway. I do it best. I can't give up control. These are all things I know about myself. These are all things I meditate on and work on. There are other things about money I wanted to tell you about, but I totally just kind of blanked on them, top of my head. Oh, okay. I have a few more. People go, I'll say, what do you like to do? What are you interested in? Oh, I like to crochet. I like to garden. I like to paint. I like to play music. I play, whatever. I like to sing. I like to whatever. Nobody, and I mean fucking nobody, that I've asked that question to, nobody has ever told me I like to make money. I like to talk finances. I like to whatever. I like to learn more about money. It's always like, oh, I need to. I wish I'm gonna start. No one has ever said no. Like, I want to talk about money. No mentee ever comes up to me and is like, Dr. V, show me how to make money. I'm all about money. So show me how to make money. I want to learn more about money. I want to retire. I want to quit. I want to like live the life. I want to take care of my kids. I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of my church. You want to be spiritual? Take care of your church. You want to be spiritual? Feed the hungry. Don't just talk about it, right? That takes money. Nobody has ever said that. Last night I was at dinner with Erica's mom. We were at this real nice steakhouse. And I was like, if it's not about, me, Erica, and taking care of this family, people who are important to me, or money, I'm not interested in it. I'm just not. It's just, I don't really care. It doesn't get me going, man. If it's not about life experiences, like all the life experiences that money can buy you, I don't really care. I don't need to hear about the drama. I don't need to hear about how somebody hurt somebody and cheated on somebody. Like, it just fucking doesn't interest me. I don't need to hear about politics. I don't care. It does not interest me. So, if you want more money in your life, right? Put, I don't know, put a one in the comment section. The first time I heard it. If you want more money in your life, and I will put a one because I want more money in my life, the first step is to start getting more interested in money. Just get more interested in money. Like, I want to learn more about money. I want to have more money. I want to learn how it really works. I want to learn how to make more of it. I want to learn how to make my money, my baby money, have more babies. It's okay. And don't be ashamed about it. Just start saying, yes, one, I'm interested in money. So here's my challenge to you, Krista, Christina, Irene, Tracy, Cheryl, Tina, Holly Joe. When next time someone says to you, hey, what do you like to do? What are you interested in? I challenge you to remember this talk and go, I'm interested in making more money. Let's talk money. What do you know that I don't know? What do you do? Oh, I live paycheck to paycheck. Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you. You know, I want to retire better. I want to live more golden years, right? So you have to get interested in money. Next tip. You want to learn as fast as you can. I see the numbers dropping, viewers dropping. So the more viewers drop, the more I'm going to start like really giving you tips. So here's the last tip for the 188 of y'all still watching. Let me give you the last tip. You need, as fast as possible, to start putting your money to work. You need, as fast as possible, to start putting your money to work. All right, Heather. So here's the thing. The average person thinks they're a big baller. Remember that like 80% of people don't have $500 in the bank account. So the average person, let's say they have a $10,000 bank account. Let's say your uncle got a car wreck settlement, got a settlement, insurance settlement, and has $100,000 in bank account, $50,000 bank account. Comment if you know people like this. Now they think they're big balling, and suddenly they're big balling, right? Because in their mind, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 is a lot of money. So they think, oh well, I'm going to buy a $100 knockoff Gucci purse. I'm going to take this vacation. I'm going to go to Cancun. I'm going to go to this resort for $1,000. Comment if you know anyone like this. Okay. They think, oh, I'm going to buy a Lexus because $50,000 is a lot of money, and I can put $2,000 down, and I can, in my head they do this math, right? It'll only be like $500, $600, $800 a month, and I can do that, right? Comment if you know anyone like that. They start spending this money like they're big baller. So no, Dr. V, I'm not like that. But I'm very proud of myself. I've got a rainy day fund because fucking Susie Orman told me to have a rainy day fund. First of all, let me tell you this, motherfucker. If you have a rainy day fund, guess what you're gonna get? Guess what you're gonna get? Rainy days. Ooh, baby. If you have a rainy day fund, guess what you're gonna get? Motherfucking rainy days. I don't want no fucking rainy days. So this is the opposite of a rainy day fund. All right. So let's say they have $50,000. No, Dr. V, I worked hard. I saved my money. How much do you got? $100,000 in bank. Where is it? It's in the bank. Like, what's it doing? It's in my savings. I have $100,000 in my savings. What's your savings earning you? My savings, I don't even know. No, give me a guess. What do you think it is? What is the savings interest rate right now? 1%? If you're fucking lucky. My banker tried to sell me this other, well, she was too embarrassed to follow through with it. But she goes, well, you need to open up a money market. Why do I need to open a money market? Because, you can earn 0.6%. We're running this special. 0.6% interest. Really? How long would I have to have it in the money market for it to earn 0.6%? 2 years? Like, why the fuck would I do that? They're too embarrassed to tell you, right? 0.1%, like 0.01%, 100%, 0.03%. So the average person beats their chest. I worked hard. I saved all this money. I have $100,000 bank account. Check me out, Dr. V. So your money is sitting lazy in the bank. Your money is sitting lazy in the bank. It's not doing anything. So let's say you have a 16-year-old son, and he wants to buy Nintendo. He wants video game. He wants upgrades. He wants to his video games, whatever. And you're the idiot. You're the idiotic mom who actually like gives it to him. But let's say one day you listen to Dr. V and you're like, I'm going to quit that shit. And you say to your 16-year-old son, go to work. Go mow yards. Go do a chore and I'll give you some money. Go whatever. Go get a part-time job. Right? And let's say you have 3 kids. And they all want shit. And you tell them, go get your own money. And 2 of them stay in your... 2 of them are like, nah, I'll just stay on the couch and play video games. I don't want to work. Grandma gave me a power-up. Grandma gave me a Christmas card, and I'll use that. So 2 of them stays on the couch. 1 of them gets up and goes to work. 1 of them gets a little job, mows the yard. It's hard. It's hot outside. What the fuck does that have to do with my weight loss surgery, Dr. V? Well, that's your bank account. That's your money. See, the average person goes, I've got $5,000 in the checking account, Dr. V. I'm big ballin'. And in addition to that, Dr. V, I've got $100,000 in my savings account, Dr. V, big ballin'. See, that's teenager number 1, teenager number 2. Teenager number 1, teenager number 2. Oh, no, but I also have a 401k. I also have a Charles Schwab account. I also have a TD Ameritrade account. How much is in that? Oh, I only played with it. It's only money I can afford to lose. What? Yeah, I bought $100, $1,000, $5,000. How much? Or you like, no, it's my 401k. How much did your 401k earn this year? Oh, I don't even know. See, that's your teenager who went to work, but they're not doing much. Who understands this analogy I'm saying? You don't even know what they're earning. You don't know the interest rate. You don't know what your money man has done for you. You don't know what they've given you. You don't know, you don't know what their fees they're charging you. You don't know what they're doing with the time. They could be out there selling drugs. You don't know. Who understands this analogy I'm talking about? That's how people handle most of their money. Their money is just sitting idle on their couch. Chris Nago talks about this a lot. Your money's just sitting on the couch, eating your chips, watching your television, not doing anything. So, the tip is this. As fast as possible, you have to get your money to work for you. And I don't care if it has $1,000, if you only have $1,000 or $500, you got to put that money to work. You have to tell it to go make babies. You got to invest in a course. You got to go to a conference. You got to buy a book. Dude, you have $500? Spend $10 on a book. You're a cheap bastard? Get a fucking library card. They're free. They don't charge you anything. Right? It's fucking free. Learn. Invest in yourself. Put your money to work. If all you did was go on to BlockFi, 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 and took your savings or whatever, however much you want to lose or use. Let's say you have $100,000 in savings doing fucking nothing. You don't believe it? So just take $1,000, go to BlockFi, upload $1,000 into BlockFi. You earn 8%. 8%. Where the hell are you going to get 8%? See, but people won't do it. Oh, I don't know crypto. I don't understand it. You got to put it to work, guys. So let me tell you real quick about my little houses. I mean, my friend has this company. And, actually, my friend knows a friend. And that other guy has this company that buys these little houses. And I call them little houses, but they're not. The last house I bought was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,600 square foot house. But they average $45,000. So I'm like the bank. I give them $45,000. They buy the house. They put it in a trust. They find a buyer who buys it and fixes it up, lives in it, fixes it up. and they sign a note for 12%, 20 years, but you wash it all out. That company takes care of everything. They make sure the insurance is paid, taxes are paid. They make sure, everybody's covered, and it all shakes out. And at the end of the month, I get on average about $500 a month per house. So basically, what I've done is I've taken my $45,000 that was sitting in the bank earning nothing. I've changed it. I've transformed it into a house that's worth $45,000. Actually, it'll be worth $85,000 once they fix it up. So there's appreciation there. Plus, it makes $500. It's making a baby. Who understands what I'm saying? Can I have an aha? So the house now has a $500 baby every month. But in my mind, the average person goes, no, my bank account went from 45,000 down to zero. It's actually a minimum of 3 houses, so you have to have 125,000. So the average person goes, my bank account just went from 125,000 down to zero. Like, I can't deal with that, psychologically speaking. You guys, above average people, go, Dr. V just changed his $125,000 doing nothing to 3 houses that are each having a $500 baby every month. Last month I had 5 houses. I got my account came in, and I say a check, but it's all in the account, right? The account came in at $2,700. So my $300,000 that was sitting in the bank doing nothing now just had a $2,700 baby. Who understands what I'm saying? Well, Dr. V, like, what happens if what if they don't pay the rent? Motherfucker, you're not listening. Who understands what I'm saying? Why is Dr. V frustrated when someone goes, well, what do you do if they don't pay the rent? I thought you didn't want to deal with renters. Who knows the answer to this? They're not fucking renters. They're homeowners. Do you own your home? That's like them. I'm the bank. Who do you pay your mortgage to? Bank of America? I'm Bank of America. I get fucking frustrated. I try to explain this to people, and they go, oh, what happens if they don't pay the rent? You're not fucking paying attention. So I know what your life is like. I know what you're doing. If you were interested in money, hey, Dr. V, I'm really interested in money, and I explained that concept to you, you would automatically go, oh my God, so you're the bank. Yeah, I'm the bank. So if they don't pay, you foreclose on them. Well, I don't. The company does. But yeah, I basically foreclose on them. Wow. So then, Dr. V, I bought this house. And on my closing, they gave me this amortization card. And I paid $200,000 for my house. And I have this 30-year mortgage. And when I was closing, I had to sign this amortization. And if I own this house for 30 years, at the end of 30 years, my house would have cost me $650,000. Yeah. So if my neighborhood appreciates, I've been living in the shitty house for 30 years, and now I can sell it for $500,000. I didn't actually make any money. Nope. But the bank made $650,000. Yep. They made $450,000 because they loaned you $200,000. Who understands what I'm saying? So, Dr. V, you're wasting time with these little shit houses. Well, my $45,000 house, if they paid 12% for 20 years, at the end of 20 years, just like you own your house, they would keep that house, and I would have been paid $165,000. So my $45,000, 20 years later, turns into $165,000. Who would take that? But Dr. Vong, that's 20 years from now. Yeah, but it's 20 years backed by a house. That's better than 20 years fucking sitting in the bank doing nothing. But they're printing $6 trillion, and you can't leave a grocery store under $200. Your gas is about to go to $4 or $5. You don't even understand. But Dr. V, like, what if they sell it? Well, good. I want them to sell it. I want them to pay me interest for 2 years, and then get smart enough to qualify for a traditional mortgage, refinance with Bank of America, a traditional bank, and pay 4% like a normal person, not have to pay 12%, right? And then I cash out. I had 2 years of interest. Plus, I cashed out what they bought the house for, which if I bought it for $45,000, I ain't fucking selling for $45,000. They're paying $55,000. So I get my $10,000 plus 2 years of interest. And then what does Dr. V do? Go on vacation? Who knows the right answer? Dr. V would buy a Gucci purse? Dr. V would buy Erica a new car? Fuck no. Who knows the answer? Dr. V would buy another house. Dr. V would rinse and repeat. Dr. V would say, hey, just show me 2 more 3-bedroom houses. Dr. V just turned one house into 2 houses and fucking rinse and repeat. I wouldn't fucking buy travel. No fucking travel. My other money lets me travel. Buy another. Buy more. That's it. You see the difference? You see the difference here? This is the shit I teach people in the challenge. Right? This is why $47 a month is so cheap. I talk about mindset. I talk about psychology. I talk about physiology. I talk about addiction. I talk about self-confidence. I talk about gardening. I talk about money. I talk about investing. Too cheap, man. $47 a month. Invest in yourself. Learn this stuff. Come see me at my next mastermind. Which reminds me, for people only in the weight loss challenge, only in the paid group, I'm going to do the announcement for our event, our VIP event in September in San Diego. The cost is $3,000 just for the event. That is not traveling. It's not accommodations. It's $3,000 plus your travel plus your accommodation. If you want to be VIP, it's $2,000 if you want regular. It's $2,000 if you want regular. If you think it's a ripoff, fuck off. I don't really care. I've paid a lot more than that to get where I am. I've paid over $150,000 on my own personal development. Okay? So, I love this, Carol. My AP alone is worth $47, right? I have people in my challenge that are that have gotten a head start in the resellers program because I offered them the resellers program back in February. So this is the resale program where you get the free $750 a month. And for people just watching now, I'll say it one more time. You have to be 69 or younger in the United States, credit score of 620 or higher, 2 years tax return. You can't, and the most important one, you can't have a merchant processing account. So you can't have a Square or Visa or MasterCard, but you can have a Stripe is fine, PayPal's fine. You'll get a free $750 a month. They'll never ask you for money. You'll never pay anything out of pocket. It's not an MLM. You don't have to resell anything. You don't have to own merchandise. All you're doing is helping a company extend their merchant processing. And then you get your +1 where you can sign up people. Everyone you sign up, you get an extra $100 a month. And that's only for Dr. V Tribe members, right? I have 50 slots left. Why the not for the fucking last time? Why the age limit? It's a federal guideline. It has nothing to do with the company. It's a federal U.S. guideline. Okay. All right. So, all right. You can be 69 or younger. So I started that in my challenge. So people in the challenge are now starting to get their checks. They're getting their $750 checks, right? But that's how your life changes, everybody. That's how your life changes. It's not from listening to your uncle, your broke aunt, your stressed out your stressed out sister, your brother who's cheating on his wife for the second time. That's not what it's all about, man. Right? If you want to join the challenge, the weight challenge, it's weightlosschallenge.com, weightlosschallenge.com. How far away are you? If you're around 600, you're close enough. Just get started, Patty. If you meet the other stuff, get started. No, I'll tell 69 jokes. You're all right. And if you want to do the resellers program, go to, it's scrolling there at the bottom, facebook.com/Dr. Vong. Message me, facebook.com/Dr. Vong. Say, I qualify. I want to know that you qualify. So facebook.com/Dr. Vong and message me, I qualify for resellers. I qualify for resellers, and that's how I know that you're serious. All right? Okay. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Today is the final day of the free Transform my life challenge. I'm not sure if I'm going to open it up next month. I might not. We'll see how this goes. What I can say about this is that the merchant account doc revealed the wizard behind the curtain, but I can tell you the thing because I signed up. Not so it's not a scam. It's a real deal. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Cher, I told you to get started, but you said you wanted to work on your credit score. Okay. So Carol, for the people in my challenge tomorrow, we'll go live in our regular challenge group, and we're gonna I gotta have some gardening updates for you guys tomorrow. I'm so glad you're in the tribe, Sally. I think you're rocking it. I think you're gonna do great. I think Rachel, I hope you're making strides. She's in our challenge. Thank you, Glow. See, even we have natives, we have first people, first tribes. You know, we have lots of Canadians in there. Michelle says this challenge will change your life. Join. And you know, when I first started this, my beta founders got in for $9.50. $9.50. Then it went up to $19. Then it went up to $27 a month. Now it's $47 a month. And it will go to $97 a month. So it will go to $97 a month. Trust me, because that's the way the interest is starting. The inflation is starting. Okay. So invest in yourself. If people don't invest in themselves, it won't change. Your life won't change, right? Beta founder, $9.50. I'm going to tell you, she's never going to quit. Just go to facebook.com/Dr. Vong and message me. Say, I qualify for resellers. I need to know that you qualify. I qualify for resellers, and I gave you all that stuff. Best thing I ever did for myself. Exactly right. Okay. Love you guys. Be amazing. Londa loves this tribe. Beta founder here. We're down to about 200 beta founders. We lost a couple more this last month. So great experience. I need some people who are doing the resellers to comment here. I would get started now. Rachel, I would start it now, man. I wouldn't worry about any of that shit. I would let Jerry walk you through all that stuff. Promise you. Right? Blessings, Sally. Joan, you know, has been with the group. Join the group, guys. You know. Lynn's gotten checks, $750. It's not a scam. Yep, sign up now. You're not gonna get money. It takes 3 to 5 months. 3 to 5 months. So this is June, which is 6, 9, September, October, November, right? Not hard to get started. Glenn is getting his check in about 2 weeks. That's awesome. Krista's gonna join. Look forward to your message. That's awesome. $47 a month. Yin Yang's worth it. I don't know. He doesn't want. I'll do it again. All right. Always start now. Always start now. Always go forward. Just do it. It's easy. Just do it. Norma, you got this. Change your life, everybody. Love y'all, especially with the +1. That's only for Dr. V people. Be awesome. Bye, guys.